I need you to learn to thrive in ambiguity. I need you to learn to thrive in ambiguity. So that says what happens in vagueness stays in vagueness, right? So a lot of times, here's what happens. When adversity strikes, all right, this is not a put down to anyone who grew up in a two-parent household in suburban America, because my son and daughter are growing up in a two-parent household in suburban America. Here's my point. My son and daughter and others who grew up in an extremely stable household, like the one I'm trying to create for my son and daughter, the challenge for them can occur when they hit their first pain point, major pain point in life, right? Because they've never faced adversity before. And so all of a sudden, when adversity strikes, they don't know how to respond because they've never seen adversity at the level and the intensity that adversity hits. And so in reality, a lot of people, this is their stopping point. Ambiguity kicks in and they have a comfort zone of money or whatever they define in that comfort zone. And all of a sudden, they're unwilling to take another step because the ambiguity and the vagueness of the situation at hand paralyzes them. So I tell my wife all the time, I said, we need to manufacture crises for our son and daughter, right? Because if I dropped my son off at Melrose, he couldn't make it. Real talk. Because I got him at Westminster, top private school in the state of Georgia. My son will be fluent in Mandarin when he graduates high school, right? Literally. All right. There are skills that he has that I could never even imagine. But then there are skills I have because I grew up in poverty in the hood that he could never imagine. Poverty was to my advantage in many ways. Why? Because as an entrepreneur, I'm willing to take risks that don't feel necessarily like risk at the intensity that some of my peers feel intensity. Because they grew up with a cushioned environment and cushioned circumstances, pain for them is way up here on some risk. And for me, it's like, bro, that's my normal. Like, I know what it's like to go to the refrigerator, open it, and not be anything in there. I saw that as a kid. So the notion of taking a risk and stepping out and pursuing something that I've never pursued before, it doesn't paralyze me like it does a lot of my peers. So I figured out how to mentally and cognitively take pain and poverty and convert it to purpose and use it as a leverage point in my life. And many people don't have the ability to do that. They get psychologically, emotionally, and mentally paralyzed in the face of adversity, and they don't know how to move forward because they've never seen pain and adversity in their life. So I need you to learn to train your mind to thrive in the midst of ambiguity and to thrive in the midst of adversity, because once you can do that, then all of a sudden you have a new path towards success.